Welcome back to the Beacon World League. It feels like we've hardly been gone because we haven't. We are ready to dive straight back into the action. And I mean, my God, what action it is. bozbez, Pusztitopako, eLconn 21, and Binkss. I mean, Melio, what can you even say about a match like this?
You cannot have a better match almost on this league, on Div 1. It's like the best match we want to see, we have to see. And I'm expecting a lot, like all the players are insane. Wow, the best match. I'm really excited to see this match.
Yeah, I think, Babs, my eyes are probably on Binkss, right? I mean, again, we kind of talked about it at the top of the day, that started a little bit slowly, and I think it's fair to say still looking like he just hasn't managed to put in as much time as some of the other players in this division. Got a third in his earlier match against Richie, Neal and Marsley. This would be a great time to turn it around and really do some damage to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
A good performance in this match would be incredible. That would be a big statement for him. You know, it's crazy to say that in this match, Binkss is our lowest in the standings. He is an incredible player in his own right, and he's currently only 9th overall. I mean, I say 9th, that is just still incredible, but he's up against bozbez, Pusztitopako, eLconn. I remember during the week, somebody mentioning the previous match that we just had on stream with, Mago, eLconn, Wizzy, and Barba saying what an incredible match. And then you look at the match straight after and you've got Boz, Pusztitopako, eLconn, Binkss. It's incredible.
Yeah, no, it is nuts. And I mean, you say, yeah, Binkss is in 9th, but there are 2 points separating 4th place and 9th place at the moment. It is all to play for in the middle of the standings at the moment. And with that in mind, we are ready, I think, almost to head straight into the pick bans for this one. It is going to be a ban for bozbez in this one. eLconn getting 2nd pick, Binkss with 3rd, and Paco with the final pick then. We'll see what Boz decides to take off the table. The answer is Meltdown. The mouse player, Melio, he just doesn't want to deal with the ice.
Yeah, the ice is horrible. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You don't want to play against eLconn on this map for sure. And with the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I know it gets brought up every time we see Boz on stream in a match anywhere that, he plays with a mouse, but that's because it's absurd. What a ridiculous thing to do.
I wonder what the backstory is behind that. Maybe some people in chat will know. But eLconn, taking his time, he picked out Ruby instead when Meltdown was not on the table anymore. Interesting to see.
Yeah, I do appreciate you giving our producer in chat a chance to shout out the podcast where he talked to bozbez. Yeah, that's keeping track as production shouts in my ear. There's a lovely podcast that you can find where all good podcasts are found, where bozbez does go into detail about that mouse. But we do have our picks and bans, and we should stay focused on this match, because however he's playing, bozbez definitely I think coming in as the favourite. We'll be going to Ruby, Galafu, Miata, and finally Perseverance. No Meltdown at all. And again, we've seen big swap ups, a lot of different orders this today, Melio, in terms of, what players are starting to feel comfortable on.
Yeah, bozbez and eLconn feel really, really good. Like, probably they will be the 2 players, first player on the map, on the match. So I'm expecting them to be really good. And Binkss and Pusztitopako maybe haven't trained a lot, so probably a little bit behind them.
Yeah, if I pushed you for your prediction, could you predict for me for this match? I mean, it feels tough.
I think I can. It's sad to say that, but I think Binkss will be last, Puszti 3rd, eLconn 2, and bozbez 1.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, kind of just the order they are in the standings at the moment then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fair. I mean, hey, it's a decent thing to go off, right, Babs?
Yeah, I mean, the first word out of Melio's mouth when you asked for a prediction was wow, and I definitely think we're going to see some wow.
Yeah.
I can't predict anything, so I'm just going to have to see what happens.
Well, cowardly behaviour from Babs, and I think that's a decent reason to head on over to the casters and say goodbye to him for the moment. Say goodbye to Melio as well. And, well, stick with me. I'm not saying goodbye. I am going to cast this match, and joining me for it is Twiggy.
Hello. I don't think we're going to camps because you took such a long time doing that segment.
Listen, there's just so much to talk about, Twiggy, okay? Don't call me out. It's just it's so
you didn't want me to be on camera. I get it. It's
true.
fine.
I'm jealous of there you go. Just a quick look. I was gonna say I'm jealous of your, rugged good looks, but
rugged.
Absolutely not the right word. But listen, what am I meant to do? Use words that actually mean the things that I want to say? That sounds crazy.
No, it's good. I'm rugged. I'm gonna cast the rest of the match like this. Like a video game character.
We have explored between us, Twiggy, some alternative styles of casting.
We've
for
explored
Trackmania.
between us? I wish.
No. Alternative styles of casting, Twiggy. Our golf casting and stuff. What's what would the rugged style of casting be? Like, is there broadcasted like caber tossing in Scotland? That feels like a rugged sport.
I don't think I've ever listened to a caber tossing broadcast, so I don't know if there's a broadcast style associated with that. I wonder, is there a specific style? The thing is, I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Professional esports, says the producer who shouts in our ear constantly. You can't talk. Don't do this. Either way.
Let's get back on track, because this match has started and it is as close in round one as we expected it to be. eLconn currently in fourth place. Boz starting to pull out a little bit of a lead, but there is nothing to separate the 3 cars behind. Binkss was holding second place, now dropping a little bit back. We've seen that corner cause problems, but no real speed loss despite heading over those bumps a little bit. It's going to be close to the finish line. I think eLconn has the speed. Paco and eLconn will be separated by 9,000ths of a second, but it's Paco who takes home second place.
Watching. That's a good start. We're getting things going immediately. bozbez the one well out ahead. The rest of the players 4/10 behind, pretty much exactly for all of them. The fact that Binkss ended up in fourth place there is I don't know, was in second for a second there, but things apparently go to the finish line on this one. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. We do currently have the times for Meltdown in the top left corner, but let us assure you that was a very fast time from Boz at a 1:10.6 in order to kick things off there. And we'll compare it in just a second when we get those scores up. There we go. Ruby, here we are. 1:10.6. It's a divisional record. Of course it is. Woo! It is within about a 10th and a half of the world record. And that was fast. That was Boz laying down, I think, a little bit of a message at the start of this match.
Yeah, I mean, that is one hell of a way to start off a series, and it's obviously, a good way to pretty much secure a point. I doubt anybody is going to be beating that one out in the couple of times that we're going to play this map. It's statistically unlikely, not impossible. We'll see what happens over the rest of it, but for eLconn and Binkss, definitely not happening. Both of them touch separate walls. Both of them lose a pretty similar amount of time. eLconn seems to have more speed coming into this one. He's had some problems with this pillar. Oh man, he avoids it, but he does cost himself some speed doing so. Falls back. bozbez getting in nowhere near his own record there, but still comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, bozbez was wheel to wheel with the other drivers for a long time there, but Binkss and eLconn with minor moments in the middle of the track. That grass chicane in particular leading into the final few turns, we have seen decide a lot of rounds. And once again, it was caused a couple of minor issues. No major crashes this time around, but a few tenths lost, and all of a sudden bozbez was just clear, out in front, no one nearby. And this time around, eLconn makes a small mistake just off the start line, a few tenths down, nearly a second, in fact, off the back of that. And just looking for someone else to make a mistake at this point, because with how everyone is driving in this match, you're not going to be making up that much time off the back of pushing.
Yeah, from the looks of things, this is not going to be a similar match to last time. We've already got pretty much a 20-point gap formed in 2 rounds. You have to see how that develops, but it looks as if it is going to be a bit of a problem for eLconn here, who has just found himself in the blink of an eye falling down in the rankings here on this one. Pusztitopako has fallen down a little bit on this round specifically, but there's still a battle going on. eLconn drops back into 4th position in the back there, but more importantly, the fight here between Binkss and bozbez. bozbez looking to maintain that perfect scoreline. Binkss looking to try and get back into things, 17 points behind currently, looking to minimize that down as much as possible. Avoids the pillar, it's all good, goes very high there. It's a personal best and very quick time, but not even within a 10th of the current divisional record set by bozbez 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, well, it is within a tenth, but, you know, I'll let you off because it's still not that close.
Oh, sorry, close. I thought it said 798. I just misread that. I'm going to blame Discord for that one.
It's a skill issue, absolutely. Yeah, no, fair enough. It was incredibly fast. I mean, a PB from Binkss, but does just, I think, further sink in how good Boz's earlier time was, and why, as you said, it feels unlikely that anyone is going to be taking this match record away from Boz over the rest of the course of this match. That looked like Boz possibly driving into a pillar. Might have been eLconn. Was it both of them?
No, Boz is up there.
No, Boz is fine. Boz is safe. Boz is safe. It was just eLconn having an incident, just making friends with a pillar.
Incident. I am stupid. bozbez, only a couple of tenths behind at this point. Trying not really to make references to Charles Leclerc at this point. There is a chicane on this map which is similar to the chicane. I don't know if it's as tight a chicane on this one, so I don't know. Maybe at some point somebody will find a place to edit in that I'm stupid voice line, because I think that would make for a very funny. I feel like that's a part of Trackmania that isn't really capitalized on as much. You know, you got the TikToks where it's
Twiggy,
like
it's so close.
Reddit threads.
Twiggy, I'm gonna let you finish.
okay,
we're rounding the final corner, and bozbez is pushing. bozbez is close, but held off by Binkss, who will take the 0-point loss, and Paco gets shoved back into third.
Did you just yay me? Maybe
a little bit, but like Twiggy, it was so close.
Okay, anyway, as I was saying, more importantly than the esports going on at the moment, I feel like a part of the Trackmania. Yeah, so currently all of the capitalization we've got off of this game is Reddit threads with Trackmania gameplay in the background. I feel like we need more memes, more short form content of Trackmania to be put on stuff, because we're not getting the we've got long form content with virtual, we've got background content like Subway Surfers kind of stuff. Where's the 10-second TikToks about Trackmania funny moments compilation number 342? Where is it? Every other game has it. We need it right now. We need more viewers on eCircuit Mania this broadcast.
Oh, that's true. Padster, get on that. This is a great thing, is it doesn't fall within my skill set. Doesn't really fall within your skill set either. So we can just shout at other people to do it and be like, this would be a great idea. Honestly, the ideal position to be in. Track 2, we get ready to head on into this one, and well, things are close after map 1, and as we head into Galufu, Binkss had a strong finish there on Ruby and could look to maybe start to differentiate a little bit, having picked this map, maybe hoping to go a little bit further out in front.
For sure. Another very important one, especially as things start to spread out more and more. Oh, lovely logo. Beautiful. I like the cinematic shots that he's been getting going. The orb was great. We're oh, okay. Less...
well, it was great up until
you didn't have to search for it. It was already on the screen. You didn't have to search for it. It was right there in the middle.
This is why I never praise Thomas, because like it's just, you know, it's not going to last if he does.
He got giddy. He got giddy and started moving the camera around. I don't, like a school child. Just.
It's so fun being able.
We need a heart rate monitor on Thomas.
Yeah.
To put in the top right corner, just see what's going on.
I mean, it's
every
not
break.
Me. Yeah, continually throwing to break with about 1 minute until we're due to come back. But it's just fun talking to the players.
Yeah. Anyway, a massive gap has formed already. We are already at almost 30 points there in terms of gap from first to fourth. That is a massive amount, and eLconn is looking to make that an even further extension down in fourth position at this point, with bozbez in second. Binkss looking to claw his way back further towards top here. Oh my lord, things are going wrong this round. We'll give him a second to get used to the map again.
Yeah, Boz is just going to continue to, I think, bleed a bit more time as well, struggling with gears as he heads through this dirt, but he does seem to have recovered, hasn't lost too much. He's definitely not in the range of the 6 seconds behind that both Paco and eLconn are at the moment, but should be comfortable for Binkss, unless there's a big miss here. There won't be. Binkss will finish in first place. 107.8 is fast as well. Could be challenged, though, it has to be said. You look up there, you see who holds the divisional record, Boz with a 107.5. There is room for someone to try and steal that match record away from Binkss yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, that gap extends ever further. We're now already at 35, 35, 35, sorry. 35 points already, and we are barely into the series whatsoever. This could be a pretty short one, honestly. Although Binkss is keeping up with bozbez quite nicely now. It took a second to get into things after the first couple of rounds, but things are going quite well for him at this point. eLconn slipping really quickly down these rankings and already having lost 47 points. You got to wonder when things are going to start to equalize out for him.
I did say during the pre-show that the battle from 4th place to 9th place at the moment is incredibly close. There is 2 points separating everyone from Ender down to Binkss. 21 down to 19. eLconn is in 3rd at the moment in Div 1.
Yeah, exactly.
And a little bit clear of that mess on 27 points, but a poor match here, a low finish, dropping in 4th place, would send eLconn right back into that mess and open up the chance for pretty much everyone in the top 10 at the moment to hope that they can get a 3rd place.
Has just dropped another gear, clipped another wheel. Is not going to be getting any match records as things stand in this series. Nowhere near that one. Binkss extends that match record there, now within 600ths of bozbez's division record. We're getting some real quick times, blistering times here in this series so far, which is such a shame considering the gap between 1st and 4th in pretty much every round. It would be so much more exciting if we had all 4 players up there.
It really would, yeah. There's still the chance, though. We saw Magorin earlier. I mean, reverse cup mode is definitely built in many ways for these comebacks, and there is Binkss with an error at the start, now a long way down, just over a second behind the other 3 cars. And we're hoping maybe for a tight race. eLconn and Paco looking much better to start this round off than they have in some previous rounds.
Yeah, for sure, and they really, really need to get things together now, otherwise momentum is going to carry them away. The slipstream are going to send them straight back down into last chance before they can even think about it. So getting things under control right now, really important to try and start answering back, because before you know it, you could be 40 points behind, 50 points behind, and then you're on last chance, and it's pretty much all over. We've seen players hold on for 7 or so rounds. I'm not sure it's feasible to try and take away 80 points from somebody on last chance here, so that's going to be really annoying again for Pusztitopako. eLconn, however, in 1st place, looking to hold on to that to the end of the round here. This would be a really, really nice result for him. He's not going to get the lead back from bozbez anytime soon, but at the very least is going to get a little closer to Binkss here.
Yeah, momentary stabilization there for eLconn. Nearly lost it, to be fair, as took the line up that pillar that is not the slowest way to get to the finish line, but definitely not the fastest. Boz closed to within a 10th at that finish line with a much cleaner end. But it was big. eLconn does hold on, had done the work necessary. Still on 43, still a ways behind, but has gained a little bit on Paco, has gained maybe a little bit on Binkss as well. And Boz just continues to be grinding out those times. The consistency is there more than for any other player. Has Boz fully crashed around yet?
I don't think so. Mistakes, but no crashes, yeah. What does a crash defined as? 0.8 seconds
I'd
or
say,
so?
like, we've seen that's a crash, yeah.
Thank you, eLconn, for the demonstration. Thank you so much. Very good, very good, very good.
Yeah, I would say also that I'm saying crash more in the sense that we've seen pretty much every player at some point drop well over a second behind, right?
Yeah.
Boz, on the other hand, I don't think has ever been more than a few tenths away from the round lead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Boz is very quick and also very consistent, and that's a scary combination when you're coming up against somebody. At the very least, on his day right now, looking really, really consistent and gaining even further time here on Pusztitopako towards the finish line. Oh, speed is good, but bozbez is able to hold on to that lead. Not quite within time of his records here, but very good still. eLconn loves to take a very awkward line there into the finish, but it doesn't matter either way. Losing 10 points, not in 10th place, but so far down from the lead now that things are going to be a really tough route back.
Binkss has got to be happy to walk away from our first visit to Gallifoo with the match record, because Boz was pushing it within a 10th several times, I believe, in those rounds, and just outside a 10th most of the rest of the time. So we're probably going to be paying another visit to that map, and Boz definitely looking like he's going to be targeting that one no matter what the game state is when we get there. Assuming Boz is still there, who knows? Maybe he's just going to lose the next 8 rounds across the next 2 maps and then go out immediately when we go back to Ruby.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. I mean, look, eLconn lost 50 points in 6 rounds, so I don't see why, that couldn't happen to any other player on the server. But yeah, he's got to hope that it'll happen to somebody else on the server at this point. But yeah, things are really heating up now, and not for the same reasons as last match we saw, for very different reasons. Now, it is a survival contest.
Yeah, it's going to start to get dangerous as we head into Miata, and then Perseverance as our final track, one that we have seen banned away an awful lot. It's going to be interesting to see how the players handle that then, because it is going to be high pressure, especially it looks like for Pako and eLconn. We're going to be heading to that point where life is getting scary, and we've seen some players thrive under that pressure. We've seen some who crumble as soon as they hit last chance. Question is, what are eLconn and Pako doing today? What are they feeling like?
What are they feeling like? This is one of those maps as well where you see players clip a wheel so often. Small mistakes that lead to absolutely massive time losses. So this is not a map you want to be...
Orb! This is what the Earth is going to look like after global warming, Twiggy.
To be fair, it's what it looked like before the volcanoes started making land. So hey, we're just returning back to the natural state of the Earth. You know what? To be honest, it was about damn time. It really was.
Nature is healing.
Get it gone. Get them gone. Back to microplankton in the ocean. That's the only life forms we need on this planet. Get it gone. When's the next meteor coming?
Well, it's the classic Douglas Adams quotes. Many people felt that coming down from the trees had been a mistake, and some thought we should have never left the oceans at all.
Yeah, the Earth was created, and for many that was not a great choice.
Considered by many to be a bad move.
Yes, thank you. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah,
banger. I did reread that entire series very recently. The entire
series. My lord, that is a long series.
It's only 5
Just like this one between bozbez, Binkss, eLconn, and Pusztitopako. You're here on the Beacon World League. My name's Twiggy. I'm here with Nualek, and we're bringing you through. I don't know.
Good attempt to bring us back on topic.
That was a brilliant segue.
Binkss currently about 8 tenths down. He's gained a little bit, but he's run out of track. Boz in first, eLconn takes second, and Pako will take third. The time from Boz is quick. A couple of tenths away from the division record, which he holds, which in turn is about a tenth away from the world record, which Boz also holds.
Yes, it's a bozbez show today. And I'm enjoying the view, honestly. It's insane at this point. It's getting worrying. Now, eLconn now down over 50 points from bozbez, and it keeps getting worse.
There were a couple of dominant performances in Div 1 in that last round. We talked about how it was Epos finished the match on 64 points. Richie in another match, 50 points, which was huge. Boz is looking to put together a similar performance against a very, very high caliber of opponent.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Well, obviously, you want to, you want to try and get as best performances as you can here on these rounds where there are 4 players, and you don't lose any points if you come first. Obviously, towards the end, that's why we're never going to see a perfect score. Unfortunately, no hundreds. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's all good. Pusztitopako, very good, good recovery. But bozbez is going to take back. Oh no, everybody's going safe. Oh lord.
Interesting. Boz still just not feeling confident in the speed he had. Didn't even take the middle option. Went for the safest route, and it looked to me, and I mean, I guess Boz knows better than I do, but it did look like he had at least the speed to try the middle option. Leaves Binkss well clear is the main thing here. Won't miss the finish. Pako will ultimately take second place, and Boz settling for third. Match record for Binkss as well, managing to just barely improve on Boz's previous one as eLconn very nearly crashing into that finish line.
Yeah, not that it would have mattered. 19 points remaining for eLconn here. That's 2 rounds of losses left, and judging by average round placement, that is going to whittle away very quickly now. Which I'm sure for Pusztitopako and Binkss at the very least is an incredibly welcome surprise.
Yeah. Shout out again to the eCircuit Mania guys. You can see the stats over there on the right. They've done an incredible job for the Beacon World League of providing every stat you could possibly want. Seriously, do head over, check out eCircuitmania.com. At the moment, Boz has 1 match record, Binkss with 2, having managed to take one away from Boz. And we're running out of time. Miata may be a little bit unlikely to be revisited. It could still happen. But Boz will want to try and reclaim this one on this round if he can.
Yeah, eLconn, however, on a... I don't want to... I'm not going to curse him. bozbez is staying ahead for the time being, but eLconn is going very fast on this one, trying to gain as much time on the latter half of the map as possible, try and get back some points. Pretty much at this point, only first places is really going to be good for him, and it looks like that's what he's trying to string together here, but Binkss coming out of nowhere with so much speed! Where is he going? Where did he come from?
That was insane! Binkss flies past Boz and eLconn, and Boz third in that round. Really, the final couple of turns doing him in. Paco was nowhere to be found, unfortunately. Good for eLconn, though. Only the -4 is on 15 as we enter one final round on Miata, but he's within striking distance of Pusztitopako.
The more experienced people in chat have noted that it was just because the two people we were watching lost gears, and
well, they did, yeah. But, you know, like, I mean...
Imagine playing Trackmania regularly.
You know who didn't lose the gear? Binkss, and he had the speed, and the fact that Boz and Paco both lose it, crazy.
I said, where did he come from for dramatic effect? It's called art.
Yeah, we all know that he was on the track, okay? We know where he came from, because we have watched multiple rounds on
Don't
Miata at this
mansplain to me, Leo.
Yeah, being really aggressive and confrontational with the Twitch chat viewers. I've heard that's great for engagement.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, I told everyone to follow earlier, and we got like 10 followers in that moment, which is like 3% of our followers. Either way.
Paco, no. He's gone. He's gone. He's clipped a wheel and he's in the mud. Boz is very close behind. Binkss has a little bit more speed at the moment. Final couple of turns. Can he hold the gear this time around? Looks like he can, and it looks like he may have just a slight edge in speed over Binkss. More of an inside line, a direct line to the line. What? And Boz with the snipe beats out Binkss by 6 thousandths.
Huh. I was just about to go like, oh, that's such a shame he didn't get it. He did such a good job at the end there. And then it just turned out he did. There are so many angled finishes in this map pool that you never know who's going to come in first place. Yeah. Very good. Very good so far.
Speaking of angled angled finishes, Perseverance coming up next. Another one where definitely if you can carry that straighter line to the finish, there is the chance to snipe. It comes down to speed, but it definitely does come down to your trigonometry, your geometry. I don't know. It's been a while since I've had to think about angles, and I don't remember which branch of maths they fall under.
Do you think trigonometry helps in Trackmania? Trigomania? That's a completely different game, I feel like, at this point. Yeah. But that was such a wild comment from production. I'm so sad other people couldn't hear that. That's so sad.
I completely missed what he said. So it's more. I think I just.
Yeah. Well, I'll do it at the end. I'll tell you at the end. Either way. This is heating up now. eLconn needs to pull off an insane performance at this point. And look, eLconn can do it.
Yep.
The kind of player that could do that, but difficult.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, there's been a couple of matches today that we've already watched. Megorian's obviously incredible comeback. Our first Div 2 match of the day as well, where there was a comeback. But really one of the key factors there is that there does need to be maybe players up at the front pushing each other, resulting in crashes as they fight for the best times at the front. And I would be honest with you, Twiggy, that's exactly what this match feels like. So I'm not feeling completely out of it for eLconn just yet.
No, not whatsoever. We will, we'll see. 5 points remain, and that is, well, I mean, if you're not coming first, that's maximum 3 rounds you're surviving for here.
Yep.
So best of luck. I mean, eLconn needs to put together something pretty impressive, and I don't recall him having any standout kind of rounds on Perseverance last time we saw him play.
Well, eLconn looking for a big result, currently sitting in the top 3, well within the prize money. And of course, as a reminder, these players are competing for a prize pool in Div 1 of €1,700. At least it was last time I checked. And I say that because there is the option for viewers to donate money as well if you want to help fund the prize pool. There is also a beautiful beacon skin that you can get if you fund enough. I don't remember how much that is, but I'm sure Nightbot has me covered, or someone in chat. €10. There you go. As Babs has forgotten, Babs in chat forgetting what commands he personally added to Nightbot.
Way to call Babs out there. Absolutely insane. Wild. We are just trying. Look, the thing is, this is what happens.
I'm here to make enemies, Twiggy.
Yeah, this is what happens when people get job security. It's just insult our employers as much as possible. They can't do anything. They love us. It's like a Stockholm syndrome situation. Either way, eLconn
is great. He's on last chance.
Great.
It's last chance. I mean, third or fourth would have been enough to send eLconn down to last chance in this round, and well, he's gone fourth. Very close at the finish line. Balls couldn't quite snipe. Binkss saw the danger coming and did go for a relatively risky version of that finish.
Yeah, eLconn, unfortunately now on last chance. We've seen some pretty impressive last chance performances. This would be another level. 25 is the closest player here. That is at best 3 rounds that you have to survive for. And I mean, with Pusztitopako's performances generally, that's looking more like 5 rounds at least that you're going to have to outlast somebody else.
It's going to be tough. eLconn needs to pull off the miracles, probably needs to be winning a lot of the rounds just to try and knock the points off his opponents. But I mean, in theory, third place is good enough every round from here on out. It's just we've seen eLconn in a match that has been somewhat crash prone, I would say. Definitely be the player to make the most and the biggest errors.
Oh man, almost again. It's fine. A little bit of a bobble. It's okay, but he really wants to be ahead of Pusztitopako in this one. That's the closest competitor. Having Binkss in 4th place, I mean, is not much of a help whatsoever, and Binkss is catching up at this point, will overtake eLconn in the next couple of turns with the amount of extra speed that he has. eLconn now in 4th position, in the danger zone. Kenny Loggins from just out of nowhere. bozbez has dropped down. eLconn has lost a gear. Everybody's losing gears. Where's everybody going? This is perfect for eLconn. He's loving life. The roller coaster of emotions. It's going. eLconn's missed the finish line. He's out. Wait, no, he's not yet.
He's gone safe.
Calculated. eLconn making
Pusztitopako
lose 10 points.
Just how he drew it up. That's 1 round out of 3. This is
oh man, I missed the Challenger League. It's back. It's I don't know. It follows us around these kinds of matches. It was only a matter of time. What's going on? I'm losing my mind.
eLconn has activated mind control, and Paco is helpless before him as eLconn gets off to a good start as well. Different line through the sausage and holding on to first place, but maybe a little bit less speed than Binkss and Boz. Indeed, a little bit less speed as Binkss and Boz do move through. Boz, though, is having a little bit of a time of it here on Perseverance. Binkss will clip a wall and start dropping back. Probably not as far as Paco, who is still about 3 seconds down from the lead. But eLconn, hey, he's holding first place and feeling good.
eLconn put his fingers to his temple like Professor X and activated mind warping against his opponents in the final moments, just sandbagging to 0 points and then making everybody lose. What is going on? eLconn in 1st position now for the first time in what feels like 15 rounds. bozbez right behind and slowly hemorrhaging points at this point. bozbez trying to overtake back into 1st place here. Superior exit speed. But I mean, eLconn is at no risk this round of losing out on this, on these points so far. Good speed to the end, not quite getting 1st place, and bozbez will stay on 55 points. But still, I don't know what's going on. You guys don't know what's going on. Pusztitopako is on 5 points. eLconn might not lose, despite the fact he lost 50 points in the first 2 maps.
I'm also going to point out that Paco still holds the match record for this map on Perseverance. Set a 111.3 in the first round, and then has come last in the subsequent 2. Sure, might as well be how we're doing things right now.
World League.
You gotta survive a little bit longer this time around. All 4 cars have at least navigated the first 3 corners pretty effectively. Can they keep this going? Boz currently in 4th place, but based on it being Boz, that's not gonna last. Paco is now down into 4th again, but this is the kind of round we expected. This is close.
Yes, 16 of the best Trackmania players in the world.
Well, we did lose energy, so we are down to 31. 31 of the best players in the world at the moment.
Yeah, true. Anyway. Binkss in first position.
though.
Pusztitopako, if he goes
eLconn.
third or last... Oh, man! bozbez,
Wait,
where's he
Boz!
going? eLconn is fine! Binkss is in first place. Pusztitopako in second. Needs to stay in second or above at this point. Otherwise, he's going down to last chance alongside eLconn here, who has survived for so long. Way longer than we'd expect. But also at the same time, the best case scenario has happened for him every single round so far. Oh my god! He's missed the finish line. Binkss is joining everybody else towards the bottom. eLconn has come second. Pusztitopako has extended the match record and stayed on 5 points. Nice finish.
Why didn't he just do that finish the first time if he was going to bounce off anyway?
God.
That's what I want to know. Yeah,
Lord.
sure. Binkss will eat the -10 as we leave behind Perseverance. Pako walks away with a match record. No matter what happens from here on out, because we're not making it back to Perseverance, I think. I assume. I don't know if there's a way we can get back there, but if there's a match where it happened, it'd probably be this one.
I'm losing my mind at this point. This is if this continues, look. Okay, here's the thing. How many can eLconn get rid of at this point? Look, Pusztitopako's within reach. 5 points. That's 2 rounds. That's 2 rounds. Get rid of.
Binkss dropped to what there? Like 28, 38? He's getting
somewhere around
closer. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we
closer.
consider over 30 points close at this point is ridiculous. But either way.
But we still have 4 players. It's still -10 for last place. You know what I mean? It does really just take a couple of bad rounds to suddenly put Binkss down there and within reach of both Pako and eLconn. We've seen crazier things. We
have seen crazier things, but you just kind of don't expect. I went, oh look, within 30 points there is Pusztitopako. It's doable. It's not likely Pusztitopako loses 20 points in the next 2 rounds. This is I don't know. I feel like I bring things into the world, and I don't mean to. I do feel kind of bad sometimes.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, Ruby, we're going back to Ruby.
Elaborate.
We're going back to Ruby. Look at that beautiful red map in the sky. The Kaiser Chiefs didn't know how well they set us up for this one. Boz currently holding both the match record and the division record set earlier in this match. Gonna be hard for anyone to snipe away. Boz at this point, I think, starting to feel pretty comfortable about at least a top 2 in this one. I think my eyes for Boz are on Galifu on our next map when we get back there and trying to take back another match record.
Yeah, for sure. But really, it is just going to be Pusztitopako and eLconn really focusing on this map, trying just not to get last place. I mean, for Pusztitopako, he needs to stay in the top 2 to avoid going in last chance here. That is the main goal. So stay ahead of the bottom 2 for eLconn. Can't come in last place, and currently that is the place that he is sitting in. Needs to get an overtake done.
Oh, Wheel got so close to a wall there. Not sure how eLconn managed to stay out of it. Manages to exit that drift cleanly and has overtaken Pako. It was not a good first visit to Ruby for eLconn, but could be a better one this time around. Lost 27 points the first time we were here. Pako, god damn, he has lost a little bit of speed on the exit, but it does move him up into first place. Boz, meanwhile, has slipped a little ways down from the other drivers, now 6 tenths behind eLconn. Should be feeling safe around now, potentially. But Pako and Binkss, they are still fighting out front. Binkss on 31 points, trying to hold on and stay within touching distance of Boz at the front.
Oh no, eLconn! No way. Not like that, not like that. Oh, lost so much speed, but bozbez is so far behind it. Shouldn't matter. Has to slow down for the finish line anyway. bozbez loses out on 10 points. He's going to join Binkss in the 30s. And Pusztitopako is also last chance. Go.
Yeah. It was just eLconn managing to overtake Pako on that final turn. Just a better finish. And Pako now on last chance as well. Double last chance, Twiggy.
No way.
The stress, the drama, the hype. I mean, Boz and Binkss are also back within 7 points of each other.
Yeah. To be honest, eLconn has already got this far. Might as well take it all the way. Just bring them down to 0
not
points.
Win?
Yeah.
Be a great idea. I mean, we've been hyping up the Boz versus EPOS match next week as potentially the showdown to decide Division 1 of the Beacon World League. I mean, why eLconn could just throw a spanner in that right now. Just win from
Send
50
them out
points
first.
behind.
Get him gone. 38 points. Pretty difficult to get that done. Pusztitopako would also have to put together a worldie of a performance as well. Currently in 4th position. eLconn, a fire has been lit somewhere, which is probably not stream safe to say, but it's absolutely insane to see the difference in performance from the first couple of maps to right now. because the times that are being set are significantly better. Pusztitopako has lost the gear on the dirt section. It is getting worse as he moves further into the map. This might be it for Pusztitopako. eLconn is celebrating like crazy probably at this moment, just being able to survive for as long as he has. Might come in first place this time around, doesn't matter. 8,000th bozbez will limit the amount of points being lost this time around, and Pusztitopako has left the server.
Yeah, and eLconn survives. Pusztitopako will at least leave with that match record, having picked that one up on Perseverance. And, well, it's a weird one because it was a match record on Perseverance and then really the rest of the performance on Perseverance that put him in this position, that dropped him down into 4th place. We still have a match on our hands. I mean, look, Twiggy, eLconn has already caught one person from 25 points and Binkss is on 24. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sound logic. I like that. If he can do it once, he can do it again. And, well, I mean, look, just don't come last. He's managed to stay away from it for the last few rounds at the very least, but needs to keep up that performance, and every moment that pressure just mounts more and more. Although, to be fair, you got past the first great filter. I feel like he's pretty happy with what he's done at this point. He's like humanity getting past the space barrier, unlike every other intelligent life form.
God, bringing up the Fermi paradox and great filters to describe a Trackmania match, incredible. I love it. This is close though. At the moment, eLconn in 3rd place needs to find something past Binkss and Boz, but he looks like the slowest through the grass chicane. Bill's a little bit off around that sausage. Does eLconn have a perfect finish in him? He might have Binkss. He's so close. It's very close, but it's not close enough. eLconn will confirm to finish in 3rd place, and it'll be Boz and Binkss for the title in this match.
Still a monumentous performance there from eLconn, being able to squeeze out 3rd from what was looking like a pretty surefire 4th place for him there, and honestly has whittled away a lot of points from Binkss and bozbez as well. I expected them to be on, you know, a good 40 apiece by the time eLconn was knocked out of this, but Binkss is down to 18, bozbez are only on double that. Things are like, despite the fact that, you know, being in 3rd place, he would have wanted a lot more points out of this. Not a bad performance whatsoever.
No, definitely not. Binkss needs to win some rounds, though. He really needs to win a few rounds in a row. Points lost at the moment, -4 for winning, -8 for being the player in 2nd place.
Yeah.
And Binkss is in trouble.
They would reach last chance at the exact same time if he won every round. So,
be a great idea for Binkss to win every round, then.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you very much for clarifying my point here. And right now, it's not looking insanely likely. bozbez with a little extra speed through the dirt section, and Binkss loses out on it on the exit as well. Is going to have to pull together a brilliant grass section here. The chicane that has been really ruining everybody's day so far. bozbez stays ahead, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty quick work now that bozbez has got rid of the rest of the field, staying well.
Wait, he was going to finish there.
Yeah,
anyway, right? He was about to fall
You're
into
fine.
it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Didn't have to respawn.
Yeah, well, there we go. Goodbye to Ruby. Binkss doesn't manage to steal this record away from Boz, who set that early on in the match, the 110.694. And so that one secured in the back pocket for bozbez. And, well, I mean, we're heading back to Galafu, where Binkss holds the match record. And in some ways, maybe it is in Boz's favor to draw this match out a little bit, try and get back to Miata, steal away
grab a match record. Oh man, that would be a very fun play. To be fair, we've not seen anybody try and do anything that, you know,
it would be
massive
so risky,
brain.
like so risky.
Yeah, I would like to see somebody do it at some point.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It would be very, very entertaining. But first of all, let's see how things go down once we do get onto Galafu. Binkss looked good here last time around, but Boz had the better average, was looking, I think, in general, I mean, across the entire match, across every map, Boz, I think, has looked a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
Thomas, your mouse, it was on stream, and now we've lost the Discord stream.
I can't see anything anymore.
Can't see anything.
That's great.
Wonderful. Yeah, maybe we can cast off the Twitch stream with the 3-second delay.
Actually, I would love that. I think everybody watching would love that as well. It's not like anything can get any more out of hand with our casting whatsoever, so that's fine.
It's true. Throwback to the time I did cast or LCS matches for the Rocket League from the team that we were playing's Twitch stream because the Discord stream broke
What
so
a
badly.
great idea. You know what? Let's all head over to G-Geek stream and we'll watch it from there. That's good. Let's do that.
Ideal. Just to be clear, Thomas, we still do not have a Discord stream.
Hey.
There we go. Thank you,
Don't get
Thomas.
angry
We
with
can see
us.
what's
You're
going
the
on.
one stopping us from doing our jobs.
Look, gameplay. We're in match, and Binkss leads from Boz, a position he really needs to be in permanently.
Yes, absolutely at this point, and even then he is going to be dropping down into last chance quicker than bozbez will, so needs to hold on to it for quite a while as well. Does not have much margin for error. bozbez in the meantime has been setting amazing times, and yeah, is a scary opponent to be against at this point. Wonder if he's going to try and steal the match record in this one.
Yep, it'll be 5 wins in a row for Binkss. Obviously, he can afford to lose one round now or in the next round and not lose the match instantly. That'd change the calculations a little bit. Boz not having a great time of it here on the first round in Galifoo. There's 1 of 5, it looks to me like it'll be completed for Binkss on this one. We very rarely see anyone make big mistakes on that finish, and this time around we definitely didn't. Binkss, solid.
Yep, it's part of the work done. I got approximately 20% of the work done at this point. The loading bar slightly filling up there, but yeah, Binkss has a long way to go just yet, so we'll hold back on the excitement until something like that is going on. I mean, there's a clear route to victory for both players now at this point. Binkss running low on points is going to be on last chance no matter what before bozbez, so just needs to... Oh, wait, oh no, that's bozbez who fell back. Okay, Binkss. 40% pretty much.
Yep, this is getting pretty tight, getting pretty desperate as well, and we'll see how things go from here on out. I believe this is the final match still being played in Div 1 at the moment, so it has gone a while, and Binkss is looking to give us the most exciting ending possible at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of this round is pretty much over. 6 seconds between these two players, and obviously pretty much set in stone. Binkss, this should be his last, well, next round will be his last round with points in the bank, and yeah, after that obviously has to come in first place every single time. This was his or next round is going to be his last kind of what would you call it, the kind of last safety net. Yeah, well, yeah. The last time he can make a mistake, essentially.
Last hurrah was absolutely just wrong.
Last
I just heard
hurrah,
the word last,
yeah.
so it was like, that's, I don't know. This is what my brain connects, apparently.
Last night,
Dance.
I had this dream about you in this dream.
No, please.
That's
continue.
where my brain went. That's where my
this
brain
is
went.
where this is why people come to this stream. This is why people listen to us cast. Is,
Yeah, for me to sing the 5th most popular Daft Punk
karaoke.
song. Yeah.
Right. Can bozbez survive a round and actually put some pressure on Binkss, because Boz has lost full 16 points in the last couple of rounds, having a little bit of a tough time of it here back on Galifoo. Binkss is eating, I believe, is the terminology.
What's 4 plus 4? Binkss 8.
That's what he's lost in the last 2 rounds.
Did you just try and make a Zoomer TikTok
I didn't
reference?
even
Is that what
realize
that was?
it. Yeah,
Oh, no, okay. Oh,
no, I
that's
didn't even
great.
realize that it was 4 plus 4 was 8, and that would have been actually
right, yeah,
it did
no,
tie
that's
to
yeah.
something.
Okay, yeah, no, cool. But you meant eating as in the Zoomer term. Like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
100%.
good. I was gonna say, if you stumbled upon that, that would have been
No.
absolutely insane. But I wouldn't. Somehow, I would not put it past you. Binkss staying in first place now. Didn't really matter if he was or not. It's just the amount of points he's taking away from bozbez. Binkss now on last chance.
Oh
but
my
most
God.
importantly, it means that he has chipped away 1 round, which he needs to win.
And has held very cleanly onto this match record on Galifoo as well. Boz really not getting particularly close. 1 remaining round, maybe, to try and snipe this one away. And it'd be a great round to do it on as well, because it would be sniping the match record and winning the match at the same time. And all of a sudden, hey, it feels doable, at least to win the match. I don't know if Boz is going to feel the need to push for a match record now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Boz has a nice half-second lead over Binkss. And it's only extending as we go. Oh,
Wait.
Lost again?
Yeah, he's moving slow
Oh,
up there.
it's
He's
not
moving
over.
slow.
It's not over. Binkss is back in the race. In fact, they're neck and neck as they move on through. Binkss has overtaken. I think Boz clipped a wheel on the wall there. It's not over at all. bozbez is staring down the barrel of also being on last chance. Binkss may just be able to pull off one of the best clutches we've seen. We've seen a lot of people overtake people on last chance, but how many times have we seen it getting the win off of it?
All right, I don't want to get too excited. We're not getting a new match record. Binkss will hold on to that. Boz is gaining back again. He's closing the gap.
No
Binkss, it's a crash. He's gone. He is gone.
It's happened. It's happened.
One round on Miata will decide who wins this match.
Oh my god, it's happening. Have we had a last chance snipe from second to first before? Have we had somebody win a match off of a last chance snipe?
I simply do not know, is the answer, Twiggy. I wish I could tell you, but I simply... Listen, hey, head on over to eCircuitmania.com and you can find out the answer to Twiggy's questions, but you're going to need to do a bit of digging, and right now I'm in no fit state to go and do that digging myself.
Yeah, no words. I mean, look, this is the last round. What can we even say? It's all down to this. We can let the Trackmania speak for itself. Let the... Oh no,
yeah.
Did I just make a Hans Niemann reference?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that I did.
This is important, though.
Well, now we know how eLconn overtook.
Christ. All right, Twiggy, bring us back on track.
It wasn't mind control, it was another kind of control.
Well.
Okay, this matters.
bozbez has one match record, and he's looking at beating out Binkss for 2 extra points in the chase down on EPOS. At the moment, with EPOS having finished his match, he sits 11 points clear of bozbez. If Boz doesn't win this, then he needs to roundly beat EPOS next week in their head-to-head, and also hope that he somehow crushes EPOS so badly that a few other people can do what nobody has done yet in competition and beat EPOS.
Yeah, if we can... Did you make the music louder just to drown us out because you were annoyed with us? Is that what you did, Thomas?
He says it's for the hype, but we all know what's really happened here.
We all know what just happened
Thomas
there. You were threatening to do it earlier. Anyway, the it's an omen for this last round. This is so important, not just in terms of what has happened this matchup, which has been absolutely insane in and of itself, but for the wider implications of the league, of Division 1 here. This is such an important match. Can bozbez clutch it up after so many rounds of not being able to quite get the job done? Now Binkss behind, but we've seen how many times that's changed.
4 rounds in a row on Gallifoo. Binkss came out on top. Boz, he's been making more mistakes in those last 4 rounds than we've seen from him across most of the rest of the tournament. And now it is this. It is 1 round and it is already half over. There is nothing to separate the drivers. Less than a tenth between them. But it is Boz who holds that paper-thin edge at the moment. And it's going to extend. Binkss is stared down and he flinches under the pressure.
Still goes for the larger speed check there. It's a good choice. And bozbez, he's whittling down the lead just about. In fact, it may just be possible to bring this one back with a good final section, but that's less speed out of the grass here. Unless bozbez makes a big mistake at the end, he's just about managed to clutch it out. Binkss did so much work, but it wasn't enough at the end. Failed at the final hurdle.
bozbez will not walk away with the map record. Binkss takes 2 map records to Boz's 1, so the point difference between them at the end is a single point. Wow. 9 points to bozbez, 8 points to Binkss. It's a big match for Binkss, who definitely does look to establish himself closer to the top of the table heading into round 5 next week. But all in all, I mean, what a match, what an effort from Binkss, and I mean, this is what we wanted to see out of the Beacon World League.
Yeah, I thought this matchup was going to be a real snooze fest after the first couple of maps, but that was pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
2 points separates bozbez and EPOS as well. That match next week is shaping up to be a doozy. For now, Twiggy, I'm afraid that we're going to have to say goodbye to you and head back over to the desk to discuss. I've turned into Sean Connery. We're going to head back to the desk to talk about what we've just seen. So welcome back to Babs, and it's very hard to say Melio and make it sound like Sean Connery saying it. I mean, what do we think, boys? Melio, that was an insane match. 2 different chase downs happened over the course of that. eLconn chasing down successfully Paco, and Binkss making the effort to catch up to Boz.
It's never at the end with this mod. Not expecting to be Binkss at this level, because we know that he was not that good on the previous match, but it's Binkss on the paper. It's like the best player of the competition, to be honest. So yeah, he just proved that he is the TMGL player, and he can win the match even if he's got 40 points behind bozbez. Yeah, pretty big end of the match, and bozbez got the pressure, but still win. So really good match.
Yeah. Babs, I gotta talk about the scoreboard, and I gotta talk about what that did to our entire Division 1, because we are heading now into one more round next week. One more match for every player. The battle for first place is separated by 2 points, and they are essentially uncatchable by anyone else. They have locked in those top 2 spots at this point on 44 and 42. Ender on 33. If he gets 12 points, moves up. Technically, he might be able to catch Boz if Boz comes last in that match with no track records as well. But then just look at it. From 3rd place down to, I mean, I think about 6th, but maybe even 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Anyone could end up anywhere, I feel like.
There's one particular thing that I would like to point out. Next week, we have 3 important matches. We have 1st and 2nd, Epos and Boz playing against each other. We have 3rd and 4th, Ender and eLconn playing against each other. And we have 5th and 6th, Wizzy and Binkss playing against each other. It's where it's all going to be decided. All the glory, the prize pool, everything. That's when it comes down to it.
And to discuss a little bit more about that match and the potential outcomes for next week, we are joined on the broadcast by bozbez. Boz, congratulations. I mean, what a match. How scary did it get at the end there?
Dude, like, before this match, I say to Epos and VC, this match will be the first match I don't choke. Of course, I choke. Like, what? Why? I just want to stop doing this. Like, it's even worse than you think, because like it's the same galley second map in the pick order. It happened last week with Barbaros. Like, Neil picked it for Barbaros. This time, Binkss, like 3rd seed, gets to pick the finalist map. It's like, it's all in my head. Like, wow, no, not this again.
Well, it was entertaining. The drama was unmatched, Boz.
I had to drive around the track, man. Like, I could beat his times, and I know it. Like, it's not like he's driving like crazy fast. I'm the track.
I wanted to ask you, Boz, because I know you're renowned for playing hood off with no information, that you just drive, and when the match ends, you find out what happens. I feel like there might have been a moment there where the HUD came on and
yeah. You know when HUD came on, it came on the start of Gallifoo. I was like, it's Gallifoo. Ooh, it's time to turn HUD on. Just give me the extra choking. What a player. So smart.
As you answered the question, I wanted to say for next week you play against Epos. What did you expect? What did you expect about this match? You know you can do first or not?
I mean, the problem is I dropped so many fastest points in that match by being a bot that like I have to win, and the problem, like, okay, the real problem is that I suck at all 3 seeding maps, like really suck. And he's really good at all 3 seeding, well, really good at 2 of the seeding maps, which means I'm probably fucked, but you know, I'm still gonna play.
I mean, look, just get banned and then you can take one of them away, right?
Yeah, get banned, but like then I have to sacrifice my whole week of prac to play TA, and that's like so bad for me. I hate TA prac, so
that's fair. I do just want to touch there on, you mentioned, as you say, this was your worst performance in terms of match records picked up. Every other match so far, you've picked up 3. You only got 1 this time around, so 2 less than your average, Boz. You are 2 points behind Epos now.
Well, it's cozy here in 2nd. Like, nice and warm. Got a fire, grilling some fish.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the justifications. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, look, I think we're all looking forward to that match next week. It's always going to be close. We always knew it's going to be close between you and Epos, and I think we are all looking forward to seeing how it goes down. I'm very glad I don't have to be involved on the playing side.
It's kind of chill, honestly, compared to the matches I just played. Like, it's Epos, I know him, I wasn't expecting to get second going into the comp anyway, so it's like, woohoo, I'm here. Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Fair enough.
Just play for fun,
Babs,
have a good match.
Melia, yeah. Any further questions for Boz while we have him here?
I think just one last question about the match there. The caliber of players that you had in the match, Binkss, eLconn, Paco, it came down to it so close in that 1v1. Did you expect it to be Binkss who would challenge you, or did you expect it to come from another player?
No, I think Binkss has performed like way better than he did in previous matches. I mean, I didn't see how they were playing, but I thought like eLconn, maybe Paco second. But eLconn got third, so guess he crashed too much.
Yeah, he had a rough time on the first couple of maps for sure. He lost a lot of points very quickly.
How is he meant to survive mentally when I come out with incredible Ruby points?
It's a great question, honestly. Boz, is there anything else you would like to add here? Any threats you want to make towards Epos in advance of next week's match, or just any nice things you want to add?
Nah, it'll be fun. Let's have fun. Play for fun.
All right. Yeah. Well, listen, nobody can say I didn't try to stir up the drama. I've done my best. Boz, thank you very much for joining us. There we go. Let's send it to break. Thank you very much for watching Beacon World League. We'll be back to wrap things up shortly.